Aloha and welcome back to Pineapple Tap Hawaii. Mahalo for joining us once again for a quick and easy recipe that we love. Today we'll be heading to Suisan, a local fish market located in Hilo on the Big Island. And we're going to check out what kind of fish or seafood that they have and kind of go off of what is fresh that day to come up with a recipe. So let's see what they have. Suisan is known for their fresh fish, their fresh poke, and all of those goods. But we seen these huge half-pound shrimp, and we just had to get it. We're gonna go ahead and stuff it with some crab and goodies, and let's see how it comes out. Okay, so our idea for this shrimp is to stuff it like a lobster tail. I know it's that big. So we're gonna start off with a can of white crab meat. We're gonna add in some imitation crab for the sweetness and that familiar taste, some mayo, some dried breadcrumbs that we had on hand. If you don't have breadcrumbs, you always can use crackers. Saltines work good. Just make sure if it is seasoned to season lightly because it's already salty. And then we added in 1 egg yolk to bind it together, salt and pepper, and also some fresh parsley from our garden. So we're gonna stir this up. Check the consistency, if it's wet enough to stick together. If it's not, we're going to add in a little bit more mayo. And if it is, we're going to set it on the side and clean our shrimp. Guys, these shrimps are huge. We have the biggest one we have is half a pound. And then our second one is a little under half a pound. So these are huge. We want to just show you guys how big these are. We are not used to cooking with whole shrimp like this. If we do have the shrimp tail this large, it's either already peeled and sold in trays at the store, but never a whole shrimp. So when we seen this in Suisan, we knew we just had to get it to try it out. We didn't buy a lot for a family dinner. We bought just enough to try out a recipe and just let our imagination run wild. So I always think that if you are a new cook or, you never cooked before or you love to cook, just go to the farmer's market, go to your local grocery store, see something that catches your eye and make a recipe or try out a recipe that you always wanted to, because it's going to make you want to cook more or even want to experiment more on flavors or cooking techniques. And, it not only becomes like a great hobby, it also can become something your family and friends can do with you. So I think it's really cool to do that. And when we seen this shrimp, that's what we thought. We're like, okay, we need to do something with this shrimp and we need to either make a recipe, find a recipe, or just get in and just think of just a wild way to make it. So we are going to be stuffing these shrimp like we would a lobster tail, and we think that is just so cool because of the ginormous shrimps that we have. So all we did was cut the tail off the head, and for some people they like to eat the head part or they don't, whatever, it's your preference. But we'll also be cooking the head up just in case somebody wants to. So you can see here how big this shrimp is. It's the length of our hand, and we're just so excited. Like, it's just such an experience to use these ingredients. So first, what we're gonna do is use a clean scissors or kitchen shears, and we're gonna cut down the tail as you would a lobster tail. And we're gonna do that to 2 of the shrimp tails. We're gonna cut it open. We're gonna devein if it still has their vein, and then we're gonna bring up the meat on top of the shell as you would with a lobster tail. And then we're gonna use our stuffing and create kind of a mold shape on the shrimp tail so that it sticks to the shrimp. Okay, so our shrimp is nicely prepped. We have our meat on the top of the shell, just as you would a lobster tail. And then we're gonna go ahead and place our stuffing onto the tops. And we're gonna kind of pack it down a little bit. We do want a good amount on there, on the shrimp. And you wanna kind of make sure that it is stuck to the meat. We don't want the filling or stuffing to fall off during the cooking process. So we're going to put it on, slowly pack it down in there and mold it to the shrimp. And we're going to be baking this on 350 for 12 to 15 minutes. And that is the time we're going to be using for this size of shrimp. If you do not have this size of shrimp where you are or where you have it locally, you are more than welcome to use lobster tails. If you're not a fan of lobster or shrimp, go ahead and put this stuffing over a oyster and make an oyster Rockefeller. Put it on some clams, some mussels. It's endless. So we hope that we spark your imagination today, or just spark that creativity, to just go down to your local fish market or grocery store and see what is fresh or what is in season, and make a recipe or try a recipe that you have never tried before. Because for us, we have never tried this jumbo shrimp recipe before, and it kind of just came to us, because we always see stuffed lobster tails or stuff this or that, so when we seen this shrimp, we're like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna cook this? We want to make it like luscious, luxurious, so rich. So we're like, okay, we need to stuff this shrimp with crab. So like I said, we hope this inspires you. If you don't have this size of shrimps where you are locally, go ahead and use lobster, or like I said, stuff it in an oyster, whatever you want. It's your preference, you're eating it, so do what you want to do. We're just here showing you folks how we would do it. So like I said, 350, 12 to 15 minutes. If the tops of your stuffing isn't browned all the way yet, go ahead and put it on broil. Just keep an eye on it. And this is the finished product, you guys. It literally looks like lobster tails, which we think is like so bizarre and funny, because we have to keep reminding ourselves that this is shrimp. Like, it's this big and it looks like lobster, but it's shrimp. So we hope you folks enjoyed this video. We hope you folks share our video, try out our recipes, comment on our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, share it with your family and friends, and tune in to us every Thursday here at Pineapple Top Hawaii. So thank you for watching again. We hope you folks have a great day, and see you on the next.